This is why watching our salt index is very important. And Dale he hasn't put any manures on in this field for years.
He's got, in 5 years since salt fertilizer, he's been using a lot of super
That's what's saving him. So for some reason those roots went down though, and they found it. Sometimes your fragipans down deep will hold on to that because they don't drain the best. So we've seen that in southern Illinois where the fragipans can actually hold on to the sodium chloride.
He dug up some soybean plants. He said he had 20 plus inches of depth, and the root laterals were actually across the road.
Well, that's good. That's what I mean. When you go deep in that B horizon, sometimes you don't know what's all down there. Here's some corn. Trying to see. That's the Ellenberg's corn again. This doesn't look too bad. There again, though, great nitrogen efficiency. I love that. Because corn needs nitrogen. And he had decent zinc. Now the silica is dragging a little bit, but there again we got high sodium and the sodium is up there a little bit, but still the chlorides are creeping up there. But here in the case we had good calcium and potassium balance. So that's offsetting it. So his corn is looking better than his beans, if you ask me, on this test. I would say you're right, Gene. And we've showed this point before. Manganese is your regulator of potassium. So we have to have good manganese to have good management of potassium in the plant because of the way the manganese splits a water molecule, and you need split water molecules to activate potassium. That's how we put it. In this case, we had good potassium levels on a tissue test, but we didn't feel the kernels. That's because the old MN was deficient over here. All right, there's some more SAP tests I've got, but because of the time, I'm going to speed things up here. Who was this? This was Levy Lead. And here again, you can see the chlorides are banging up there, but the sulfur really picked up, the phosphate really picked up, and the calcium really picked up at the end. What'd you do here, Eugene, remember? Did he foliar this?
No. It was new seeding.
Yeah, with new seeding in small grains. That was just kind of undergrowth, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So as the root development came, so did the upper part of your leaves. They start feeding a lot better, and you had really good silica uptake. So your biology's there.
Was that nurse crop oats?
It was, I heard small grains. But it was undergrowth.
No, but the oats, you have plenty of
Yeah, there was oats and barley.
Ken Martin's field here. There, the zinc was about the only thing dragging. Early on, he had really good copper uptake, and that can be a problem and why the zinc was dragging. We have a balance between zinc and copper I like to keep them close together. If copper gets too strong, it will tie up zinc and vice versa. Same way in a livestock diet. That's why your nutritionist got to watch that zinc-copper ratio. This is corn. This one here is Martin's field again. There again, his nitrogen efficiency was really good. He had good manganese uptake, good iron, good balance there. Copper was up there. Zinc may be struggling a little bit. Boron was picking up. That's the way you like to see him.
That'd be
covered that earlier. No AG and AG, absolutely. You get the carbon in your soil, the plants have just a lot easier time feeding. Because they get the help of that biology. That carbon helps all that biology become active. Epoxycarbon is a term I want you to learn today. You're going to hear it more and more from your extension people down the road. Next 5 years with soil health clinics that they're going to be sponsoring. They're getting bigger in this, and they're going after this labeled carbon in these soils to measure it, and also to beef up soil biology. They're just starting to look at PLFA tests. We've been looking at PLFAs for 5 years. They're now just starting to look at it with their research, and they're trying to figure out how to bring the fungi back. Okay, that's what I do now. Tracy, I'm going to turn things over to you. I think I just accidentally turned it off. And let you take over. Tracy Kaag came a long ways to meet you folks here. And he's an expert in the field of plant